Jeff and Keith. I wanted to make sure I mentioned both of you for all the great work that you guys do and the rest of the solid waste team. And so thank you for that.
Thank you.
What is really exciting about this opportunity, though, is we're doing a public-private partnership, which makes things so much easier for municipalities to get things done. And so today we're announcing the recycling partnership, the partnership with the recycling partnership, which includes a grant of $7 per cart, which will fund the carts for the first year, roughly about $175,000 contribution from the partnership. So we're very, very excited about that. The recycling carts will begin to make the route in September. Our public works staff, solid waste crews will begin to start utilizing and picking up these carts. We had to make some modifications to our trucks, which you see behind, in order to do the tipping of these carts, but that'll all begin in September. And then, as I said, full deployment of these carts on Peaks Island will happen after Labor Day. So with that, I'd like to introduce Keith Harrison of the Recycling Partnership, our great partner in this endeavor. Keith?
My name's Keith Harrison. I'm the CEO of the Recycling Partnership. I'm joined here today with my colleague Liz Bedard. And we're very happy to celebrate the successes here in Portland today. At the Recycling Partnership, as a national nonprofit overhauling recycling all across the country, we understand that recycling is essential to not just the environment, but to the economy. And that's why we make that bridge between public and private sectors to deliver a better solution. Today we celebrate phase 1 of City of Portland taking recycling to the next step. I think that this distinctly impacts Portland in 4 distinct ways. First is recycling. The City of Portland will expect to increase their recycling by nearly a third. And that good recovery of material means that we're protecting the environment and fueling our economy. But second, and most importantly, or as important, is a concern about marine debris. As a coastal town, marine debris is very important to the City of Portland. And by switching from the bins to the carts, we're reducing accidental litter, the material that might blow out of a container and get distributed along roads and waterways. Third, I'm excited that recycling will lead to decreased disposal costs for the city. And finally, it's about safety. This new program will have more efficient routes and deliver better worker safety for the important city works folks of Portland. Soon we'll celebrate the second phase of Portland's recycling program with 18 new public space recycling bins. When those come later, it will be through an additional public-private partnership through the generosity of Southie North America, Catalyst Paper, and LL Bean. This is exactly the sort of work that our nonprofit strives to deliver, meeting corporate sustainability goals with the needs of communities like Portland. At the Recycling Partnership, we have a saying. We say it takes a team to deliver tons, because this isn't something that you can easily do on your own. It's much more effective when we do it together. And together we celebrate the success not just of the city and the residents of the cities, but we also take a moment to thank our corporate sponsors who put dollars behind ensuring that our mission delivers the important change across the country. Portland and its residents are known for their commitment to sustainability, and we couldn't be happier than to partner with you today. Thank you very much, and I think next up I introduce Commissioner Spencer, right?
Hello, I'm not a commissioner, I'm a counselor, but no, I appreciate it. I'm Councilor Spencer Thibodeau, Chair of the Transportation and Sustainability Committee. This is a really exciting moment. It's long past time for this to occur. At the committee level, we studied the issue, the why we're doing this. And the why really is the loss of recyclables over our city. To give you an example, we lose on average 3 tons per 1,000 households with our current bins. It's also time that we get to know our newest friend, this blue bin. And what I ask you to do is, as this gets rolled out, is to take a minute to come down to City Hall, give it a test yourself. Change is absolutely difficult. It was difficult when the blue bin was introduced, but we increased our recycling percentages exponentially. We expect that this bin, not just through the capturing of litter that was out there, but also through the additional space, we expect recycling to increase by about a third over the next few years as this is rolled out. Look, Portlanders have made a decision that they want to recycle. Everybody sees it from the overflowing bins that currently are in existence. This gives folks not only the space to increase their recycling, but also the flexibility to, if they haven't filled up their bins, to actually hold it for another week. You are not obligated to put this bin out every single week. You are obligated, however, to use our newest friend. And so I could not be more excited. The sustainability office in the city, Troy Moon, who's really working hard to get these out and answer folks' emails about this. The partnership between the city council, the mayor, and the city manager on really making this goal become a reality. We've studied this for long enough, and it's time that we do the hardest thing, and that's rolling these out. And really changing the lives, I think, of the way Portland recycles. And just one last point on the utilization of these in other communities. Communities and cities with density far greater than ours are using these with tremendous success. There is a place and a home for these on your property. It just is going to take the will to find a space for them. And we are excited to work with the community and finding a space. And I especially want to recognize the other two councilors who are here, Councilor Dusan and Councilor Ali, who are here, and the other councilors who have made this become a reality, and the mayor for his leadership. And so we're really excited. I get to introduce the mayor next, Mayor Ethan Strimling.
Thank you, Commissioner. For that, I hope that the city manager gave you quite a raise for that. Anyway, I'm just here to wrap it up and say thank you so much to the committee for all their leadership, and thank you to the city manager, John Jennings, and his staff, who have really done a remarkable job bringing this forward. I can't tell you how many times when I was running for this office, people would talk about more than needing more space, just a lid to keep all of the recycling in the bins, because you would just see it running down the street. I live in the West End, and it was everywhere. So these bins are both going to give people an opportunity to recycle more, but also to make sure that none of it ends up on our streets, which of course defeats part of the purpose. One of the goals that the Sustainability Committee has put forward, and that we talked about at the council level, is that our city reduce its carbon footprint by 2040, that we be on clean energy, that we try to be a zero-emission city. This kind of effort helps in its part to try to get us to that goal, because we know that if we don't recycle more, and if we don't get on more clean energy, if we don't get it right around climate change, nothing else will matter. And that's why these efforts, led by Councilor Thibodeau on the Sustainability Committee, are essential to our being able to make sure that we do our part on climate change. So thank you very much for that leadership, and I finally want to thank Keith for her efforts here and making sure that we were able to reduce the cost. We do have a tight budget, and I know we wanted to bring this forward, and to know that we were able to do it in the first year pretty much for free, thanks to the recycling partnership, that's great for the taxpayers of the city of Portland, and it's great, no doubt, for our environment. So thank you very much for being here. I'm sure any of us are happy to answer any questions, so thank you very much.
We're gonna display one.
Somebody else coming up?
We're gonna tip one.
Oh, now we're going to tip one. We're going to put Councilor Thibodeau in one of these.
Yes.
Commissioner Thibodeau in one of these, and then we're going to tip it into this. All right, now we're going to tip one. This one?